Hey guys, I'm gonna kind of go through my home defense setup. I'm not gonna say this is perfect or what y'all should do. I'm partially looking for some recommendations and some ways I can improve. So let me know what y'all think. But this is just currently my setup. First thing I got is my concealed carry, kind of my everyday carry that I usually go with. It's my Glock 43X. I carry this on my appendix and I take it everywhere I go. A firearm is not worth anything if you don't have it with you. I got the smaller package. I can throw it in my shorts and my joggers, take it to the gym, leave it in my bag. If you want to see the full kind of setup and video, I have it on my page. This is sort of my home defense pistol and it stays beside the bed. It's a Smith & Wesson M&P 2.0. I also have a full video on this if you want to check it out. But it holds 17 flush and I have some mag extensions. I got a TLR7 Alpha on there. It's solid. It'll light up the room, you know, late at night. And currently I'm in an apartment, so I don't necessarily need to jump straight to my AR, which I'll show in a second, only because of over penetration, and I don't want anything to happen to anybody else, obviously. So the 9mm will do the job. But if you don't have any sort of firearms or any protection, you're looking into it. I'm not saying necessarily this firearm exactly, but you need something that is big enough and it's easier to control. You can carry it everywhere. It's kind of your do-all tool. I recommend getting a pistol with some sort of lighting system because most of the bad things happen at night and you definitely want to be able to see. Next, I recommend some sort of shotgun, preferably automatic, and only because this is mainly what my wife would go to if something was to ever happen and I wasn't home. Simply because it's just easy to operate. I have one chambered, obviously. It's on safe and in a safe spot of the house to where she can just grab it and point and shoot. Tons of different ammunition you can use. Obviously, it's gonna have a lot more kick, but if she misses, it'll scare them off. So she knows to just run and grab it, take it off safety, and do what she needs to do. And I pray it never has to happen, but I'd rather her be trained up on something. And obviously, she knows the pistol and she's trained with it, but in the heat of the moment, you're not gonna know exactly what to do if you don't train very much. So if you don't train very much, I recommend getting a shotgun. This is just my old duck hunting gun that my dad gave me. All right, so I have hunting rifles and I have, you know, just your typical 22 long rifle, your 270s, your 30-30s, 30-06. But the problem with that, it's a massive caliber, and most of the time they don't come with the capacity that an AR platform would. Obviously a 30-round mag. I got a Dana Defense mainly because I'm more of a buy once, cry once, and I want to rely on something for a long time rather than just buy something a little bit cheaper and then it could break and cost me more in the long run. But I recommend putting a sighting system. Obviously it's a Dana Defense, so it's a little bit more. So I didn't put the sighting system I want on there. I just have iron sights for now, and then a flashlight that can light up the room. But all around, this is kind of what I would go to for my mid-range, technically, not necessarily the apartment, only because of over-penetration, like I mentioned before. But you know, if crap hits the fan, I'm gonna be ready with my primary and then my secondary. I won't have any issues or second guesses on this rifle. Something I do recommend, if you can, look into getting a suppressor. If you're gonna use this for a inside the home defense type setup, only because of the percussion coming off of the rifle. It will definitely blow your eardrums out, and if you have kids or your wife or someone's in the house too, it'll be loud, and obviously that's not the main concern. It's taking down a threat or protecting your family, but it's definitely something positive that you can add on to, and it can only help. Obviously this is for more extreme situations. You don't necessarily need a flick or a plate carrier like I'm building back there. That's a Crye Precision. But this is just my typical, you know, it can hold up to 12 magazines, which is really overkill. I'm in the National Guard and this one's issued to me. But I just have 2 mags in there loaded, my SIG pistol mags. And I have my Gerber Strong Arm on there too. So if we ever need to get out of the house in a hurry, or if there's some sort of crazy, you know, thing going on outside, I can just throw this on real quick and go out there and protect whoever needs help or stop a situation from happening. Also, I have my battle belt I'm building too. It's by Core same as my everyday carry. But after you get the firearms, obviously you need ways to hold your magazines, and I pray that you don't have to be using over what's in your one magazine, which is 15 to 17 rounds on most typical pistols, and then your 30 rounds on your rifle. If you need more than that, we're in a bad situation. But it's always good to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. I'm only putting this out for maybe some help, to help some people clarify what you need first, what you need last. It's obviously a priority setup, and these things are not cheap, and I don't recommend going cheap. Obviously, it might get the job done, but I don't want any jams, any malfunctions, nothing that can slow me down in the process of trying to protect myself or my family. Find out what works best for you and your family. Say you're in a field somewhere where you don't have very many neighbors, you'll need something for longer distances. Maybe you have a bigger house and you need like a 300 blackout setup to help clear the rooms. But me being in this apartment, I don't really need much. If something was to ever happen, I can just grab it off my nightstand. Y'all let me know what y'all think, what I need to improve on, maybe consider doing for my setup. Just drop it down in the comments, help everybody out. I'm only here to support the Second Amendment and protecting our freedoms. Thanks for watching. Do all that like and subscribe stuff. Yeah, just let me know what y'all think.